All right, we are at the May 22nd, 2025, 7 o'clock council meeting. We are at 7:07 p.m. and we will start with roll call. Councilperson Passion.
Here.
Councilperson Martin.
Here.
Councilperson Koss is excused. Do we have a motion to approve?
Do roll call first and then we'll come back.
Go back to it?
Yeah.
Council President Camera.
Here.
Oh, Kels is on here twice, man. Councilperson Grant.
Present.
And, oh,
Yeah.
Councilperson Pinter. All right, and then do we have a motion to approve Koss's excused absence?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. And next we will do Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Next we will move to meeting minutes. Do we have a motion to approve the May 8th, 2025 committee as a whole minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions? All right, do we have a motion to approve the May 8th, 2025 council meeting minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions? All right, now we will move to our village committee reports and we will start with services. Councilperson Martin.
Should I repeat all that?
I would just give a brief, just an overview of where we are.
We are working with two companies, Five Seasons and Groundmaster, for our leaf cleanup this fall for the next 3 years. 2 different bids. We're going to talk about it next work session. That is all for right now.
Does anybody have any questions?
No.
I wasn't going to go to streets, so I skipped it, and then I think maybe I'll just mention that we, because Councilperson Koss is not here. So for streets, I will say that we did get 3 bids for the Minerva Lake Road project, and those are still being reviewed, and we will bring that to council once we get all of the complete details for you guys to review. And that's all I have for streets.
Perfect.
All right, and then let's move to Councilperson Camera for Rec and Park.
Yep, so this is the weekend the pool is scheduled to open. However, last year we did pass a pool policy as far as closing the pool with inclement weather and all that, and the weather may not reach the temperatures that would allow us to open the pool according to that policy. So we're, if you are a pool member this year, keep an eye out on the website, specifically the pool's website, minervaparkpool.org. It will be posted there. That is your dashboard for everything pool membership related. It may be up on other village sites and whatnot, but that is the official place for all the pool stuff. Since not everyone that has a pool membership lives in our neighborhood and follows our Facebook page and all that type of stuff, that is the official communication spot. So we will try to send the email out as well to all pool members, so watch your email as well, but the website's the best part. The only other thing I'll mention is that we are finalizing to get the weeds taken care of by our landscaping company that we seem to keep missing in our contract each year for at the entrance of Green Line and Minerva Lake Road, that bed that kind of lines the 2 sides of the street. We keep missing that in our bid each year. So those are being added to it, and they will come out and start servicing those beds. And other than that, I have nothing else. Any questions? Okay.
The only thing I'll point out is we do expect to make the decision at 11 o'clock for this particular weekend. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, the decision should be made right around 11, so watch for it at that point. And again, if the attendance is super low, we also could potentially close throughout the day.
Right.
So just keep an eye on the website or keep an eye on your weather bug, and if you see that it's 62 degrees, we're probably not there.
Yep.
Okay. Citizen comments. Oh, my bestie. Come on, Tony.
Tony Benedetti, 29 Riverside Lane Board. I had kind of thought about stop coming to the meetings because it's like beating your head against the wall. But now that we've got Mr. Penner, we've got a new incarnation of council. So I'm going to go back to what I've been complaining about, and I have a feeling that we'll find out that our village planner is part of the problem with what's going on at the fireworks store. You know, the real issue here is who's approved with respect to these trees that got cut down. Was there ever a plan that we approved, like we do with residential building permits? Is there a plan that we approved, which we should have given zoning approval for this building permit for that property? And in that plan, it'll have a landscaping design and layout. And if what they did doesn't, conflicts with what that plan is, and that they need to do something about it. Or did Eric give them approval? And this is where I would say is why these types of things need to come back to planning and zoning. Because we got Eric Fisher, who's authorized to make whatever approval he wants. What Eric Fisher thinks is okay, that's okay, because that's the way it works here. He's our hired professional. Well, guys, he's doing a horrible job. And it may take longer for these things to happen, like they may not have been able to cut these trees down as quickly as possible. But these types of things need to go back to planning and zoning, the way it was designed in the beginning to work. Because these are residents of the village that care about what's going on. And Eric doesn't. All Eric cares about is what he thinks is best in that particular situation. And his regards to how it affects the village means nothing. So, Tony, maybe you can get behind, prodding this group of people into looking at because I'm going to be showing you some stuff about Eric. The thing that I can't get back past with you here is that we were on the phone talking when I came in to get put in a request for the extension for the building that was being bonded on Westerville Road. Well, I came in and asked for this extension. Eric Fisher lied to me. Boldface said, I'll remind you about this, but we were on the phone talking about it. I came back down, got on the phone with you. I said, that guy just lied to me. That he said he doesn't know anything about this extension. The guy is not to be trusted. And I'm going to be presenting the information I have about this fence variant, or the fence that was approved in the middle of the shared driveway. He was in the middle of that. And I'm going to be showing this to Mr. Penner. Maybe he can get you guys to see where the problems are at. Because the rest of you don't care.
Thank you, Tony. We've missed you.
Well, you can thank Tony. If he wasn't here, I wouldn't be here.
We owe you. Hey, we owe you one. Teasing.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Thank you so much. First day.
We haven't talked.
I've been first day. I'm here the rest of the year.
Sometimes you just have to smile. That's all I got to say. All right. Legislation. Is there anybody else that wants to talk?
You were supposed to, when you signed in, check the box. So if you want to talk. No?
Just making sure. All right. Let's move to legislation. And actually, we did forget something earlier. So we will talk about that in new business. Jason, do you want to continue to do it instead of putting Tony on the spot tonight to try to, since it's your first day? Exactly.
Legislation.
Yeah.
Jason, please.
Yes.
If you don't mind.
I kind of was.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's
No.
It's an easy night, so it's only the two things. All right, so legislation, well, really it's one thing, but we have the way of readings. All right, so this is the Resolution 2025-12. This is a resolution submitting the question of renewal tax levy for purposes of providing for the current expenses of the general fund of the village of Minerva Park to the Franklin County Board of Elections and declare an emergency. So this is the second reading of it. The intent is to suspend the rules and that require 3 readings and pass this as emergency because of some timelines that we're up against. So I'll make the motion to suspend the rules requiring 3 readings.
Second.
Any discussion?
But I think just for, especially Mr. Pinter's presence, I think we've done this 2 times already? Is this the 3rd time maybe?
This is the 3rd time, yeah.
Where we sent it in, and Jesse's not here to speak for it, but I think they sent it into Franklin County Board of Elections and they didn't like the wording, so they fixed it, got them to unofficially sign off on it.
Yeah.
And so we can approve it again.
What were some of the things, I'm just curious, what were some of the things that I read through it, but what are some of the things that they didn't like? I'm just curious.
I don't know specifically, Jesse. Oh, yeah, go for it.
I can speak just a little bit to that. In my conversations with Jeff about it, it had to do with the placement of the whereases and what should be in the sections and what should be in the whereases as you're looking at the legislation. So it was basically formatting and that.
Yeah, and this is a renewal, so.
Right.
I mean, I guess it's just a question, again, just like, things that, I'm just curious on why it would be so, so difficult. Is that normal? May I ask that?
So my little answer to, or typically what we do when we do internally,
Yeah.
we go back 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and we find an old piece of legislation and then we just modify it. And that's what we do year after year after year. And whether it has to do with the police department, or sometimes you'll see the officers' names in there and you'll be like, wait a minute, this says this part. So we just go through old legislation and we modify it. And I'm assuming that's exactly what we've done with this. This is just something that's changed over the last 2 years, because I don't think we had a renewal last year.
The difference this year with this particular piece of legislation is the Franklin County Prosecutor's Office is the group of people that review this type of legislation. And we have a new Franklin County prosecutor this year who clearly likes to do things a little bit differently than their predecessor.
Got it. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Whereas.
All right, so we will just go through roll call then. Council President Camera.
Aye.
Councilperson Grant.
Aye.
Councilperson Martin.
Aye.
Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
And Councilperson Pinter.
All right, so we waived the rules that require the 3rd reading, so now I make a motion to pass this resolution 2025-12
Seconded.
as an emergency. Sorry.
Seconded.
All right. Councilperson Grant.
Aye.
Councilperson Martin.
Aye.
Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
Council President Camera.
Aye.
And Councilperson Pinter. Easy enough.
That's all the legislation.
All right. Now, anybody have anything for old business?
Well, I'm just going to say there is a group working on the resident survey. We're meeting again tomorrow. We're hoping to have it out, I think, within a month. And more information will be coming about that. But we're really looking forward to gathering comments from the resident as to all the residents as to priorities for strategic planning and future growth and that sort of thing. So watch your emails and all that sort of thing.
I did get an email today in regards to someone asking about the RETA collections and how that's going. And you guys are going to get some information at the next council meeting, process where we are and all of that. So just, again, stay tuned. I'm going to do an old business, new business, because this is something that I was going to talk about in the work session. We don't have to go too far into it since this meeting's over, and we do have a work session before our next meeting. But if anybody wants to talk about council reassignments, so if somebody wants to switch, right now, since we have Tony, right now Tony is thrown into legislation, but if somebody would rather take that and he would rather take something else. So I think right now, since we do have a work session, if we can throw this on the work session to talk about, and then I just don't want to forget about it.
Yes.
So that's something to start deciding if anybody wants to switch, if they want to
Yeah.
Or somebody can just tell you what you gotta do.
Tell me what to do.
Easy enough.
I mean, the person is here in the room that tells them what to do, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah?
Yeah, right?
Don't debate.
Alright.
All right, do we have any more old business or new?
Hey, I just want to follow up with something. I think I misunderstood you at our last meeting about the signs, the new radar signs. Are they installed, the new ones?
Yeah.
Were they installed at the last meeting when you told us, or?
One of them was up, the other one was waiting on post.
Gotcha.
Now it's installed.
Okay, and the second one's on
Minerva Lake Road.
Minerva Lake Road, okay. I think I misunderstood
The other one's
you.
on Maplewood.
Gotcha, okay. I saw that in the work session notes, but I misunderstood about Minerva Lake Road, and someone corrected me real quick that it wasn't up there. Yeah. But I think you said we put a speed sign up, there wasn't one up, right? Or a speed limit sign?
Yeah, we put a couple up.
Okay, maybe that's what I think that's what I misunderstood, that you were telling us, hey, we have new signs that we just
We
posted.
were looking for a place to put the speed radar sign
Gotcha,
and noticed that, the sign's going that way.
good,
So we put there's two up now and the radar sign.
perfect.
So because, according to the data on that traffic study,
Mhm.
the majority of the speeders are setting out.
Right.
So
Have you collected any data from it, the new ones yet?
yeah, but it's not as pretty as the traffic study
Gotcha,
box. It's raw data, but you can get the information. You just gotta kind of sift through it.
yeah, okay. Cool, good, thank you.
Any other old business, any other new business? How was your first day, Tony?
It's been great, thank you so much.
You are glad we could be of assistance.
I'm putting on the spot.
I know. All right. It's all you guys.
What?
Motion to adjourn?
Yeah, motion to adjourn, yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.